Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen King continues to be one of the best writers of all time at this point. So many of his projects have been made into films, and this latest film, The Longest Walk, is another amazing delivery. I don't even know where to really begin on such an amazing film. It just shows the strength of great characters and great character writing. It is literally just a long walk. Now, on paper, all right, they're walking for hours and hours and miles. That's so boring. No. This film keeps you interested from the very start. The entire dystopian premise, the characters that still have this crazy and great, amazing interaction, even with the dire situations all around them, all culminates into one of the best films of the year. This is one of those films that is so amazing, but you do not want to watch it again because of the way it simply tugs and rips out your heartstrings. It is great from start to finish. Now, the positives.
Third warning.
It takes heavy sack to sign up for this contest.
Mostly positive on everything. The characters are great. Pete, the emotional soul of the entire group. Ray, the pseudo main character who you have these hidden agendas and you're kind of following along with his journey. Then you have Arthur, the religious man, the kind of addition to the heart and soul of the group along with Pete. And then you have Olsen, Hank, the wild card of the group, the comedic relief, the one that's kind of throwing you these crazy moments throughout the whole film. There's a bunch of other cast of characters that have limited to larger engagement in the story of the film, but these are the main four, the four musketeers, if you will. I know it's three, but if you see the movie, you'll understand. That being said, their interactions, their stories, their acting just bring you through in such an amazing form and fashion. The way that they wrote these characters is a masterclass that needs to be studied by all filmmakers and writers all around. Stephen King created the original story, but the writer of this and the director of this take it to another level entirely. The way these characters interact makes you genuinely care about them fully. And with the morbid and gruesome way that things are carried out in this universe, this dystopian world, it just makes you feel even more for them. These kids that have no other option but to engage in a long walk where it's 50 of them or 49 and someone is going to be the winner, but most of them are going to die. And knowing that from the very start, the first gunshot just brings you through in such an amazing but somber fashion. There's really not many negatives, but let's get into them.
For me?
I'm so sorry, Mom!
It matters, man.
You're right. Every moment matters, especially at the end.
The only negatives with this film, I feel like, are a certain flashback that happens that takes you out of the long walk. This whole movie is taking place on the road with these characters talking, living, breathing around each other in a way that is just so natural and has you inclined to pick favorites. Now, those favorites, do they survive? Find out when you watch it. The only thing that takes away with that flashback is it pulls you out of the action of what's going on. Now, are these nitpicks? Yes, because the only problems with this film are all nitpicks. I feel like they could have kept it on the road, kept it between them walking and just telling the story. Maybe a little bit of music added in. They even added some diegetic music with one of the people playing from a radio that mixed in well. They could have maybe added something similar with that. The other thing, this is more just a realism thing, there is no way they walk this far. There's no way. Unless they're Olympic triathlon people, there is no possible way they walk this distance. Now, it's a film. Like I said, it is what it is. You're not here for realism. You're here for an amazing, heart-wrenching story that makes you cry, makes you smile, makes you laugh. That being said, I believe the total is over 300 miles. No way. Unless you're in peak physical fitness, there's no way. And even then, they're walking for hours, days. Bar none impossible for the top 1% of humans, which one of the main characters is not even close to. And it doesn't take away from the film, but it's just funny to see people get on there and be like, I could have done it. No, you couldn't, buddy. You sit on the couch 10 hours a day. Let's be for real. That being said, this is one of the best films of the year. This film is a love letter to people who simply are stuck with plots that revolve around uninteresting characters and writing that is so nonsensical that you wonder how it was greenlit. This is the literal antithesis of the argument that, oh, it's not that deep, you don't need great characters, and the writing doesn't matter. These characters will make you enthralled in their life, their story, and their journey. In such a short amount of time and a short amount of days, this is what real amazing writing is like, and everyone has to see this film. Now, I'm just here for the camera score, and for this film, it is a 9 to 10 out of 10. Highest marks. Go see this right now, but bring some tissues. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and see what I'm posting next.